Sup nerds, Free99 here wondering, are the story mode archetypes any good? In this series we will go over every single one just to see how well they stack up to today's meta. This time around we'll be looking at the End of the World, a ritual based archetype that has only 4 usable cards. Let's look at the boss monsters, shall we? First up is Ruin, Supreme Queen of Oblivion. This card is treated as Ruin, Queen of Oblivion, while in our hand and on the field. While this card is on the field, ritual monsters can't be destroyed by card effects. Also, if this monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it can inflict damage to our opponent equal to that destroyed monster's original attack. Lastly, if we use only ritual monsters to summon this card, it gets 2 attacks per battle phase. The second boss monster is Demise, Supreme King of Armageddon. While this card is in our hand and field, it is treated as Demise, King of Armageddon. While this card is on the field, ritual monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Its third effect, at the cost of 2,000 life points, will let us wipe the board once per turn. If we only used ritual monsters to summon this card, the board wipe is for free. Because Ruin is a battle-based card, and Demise loves destroying the field, we have chosen to turn this deck into a going second strategy. For the ritual spells, we have End of the World. This card will let us use monsters in our hand or field to ritual summon either Ruin or Demise, but the levels have to total exactly the same levels as the card that we are summoning. In this case, both Ruin and Demise are level 10. The other ritual spell is Cycle of the World. This card will only let us use monsters on the field to ritual summon either Ruin or Demise, but the levels of the monsters can be over level 10. Also, the turn after this card is sent to the graveyard, we can activate it from the graveyard to shuffle it back into the deck and search out a copy of End of the World and add it to our hand. In order to facilitate the ritual style of this archetype, we have decided to add the incantation package into our deck. All incantations share 3 similar abilities. We can show them in our hand, as well as either a ritual monster or spell, in order to special summon them and a different incantation from our deck. When they are special summoned from the deck, they are able to search out either a ritual monster or ritual spell from either the deck or the graveyard and add it to our hand. Lastly, as long as an incantation is face up on the field, we are unable to special summon from the extra deck. Now this all sounds confusing, but it's really easy if you group them up into pairs. Incantation Candle and Bookstone require us to show a ritual spell card from our hand, while Pencil Plume and Talismandra require us to show a ritual monster from our hand. Pencil Plume, when special summoned from the deck, lets us grab a ritual monster from our graveyard and add it to the hand. Candle, when special summoned from the deck, lets us grab a ritual spell from the deck and add it to our hand. Bookstone, when special summoned from the deck, lets us grab a ritual spell card from the graveyard and add it to our hand. While Talismandra, when special summoned from the deck, lets us grab a ritual monster from the deck and add it to our hand. Because the incantations don't require specific ritual monsters or spells in order to activate their effects, they can be used in any ritual-based archetypes for support. For staples, we have Maxi. We can discard this card, and during the turn, each time our opponent special summons a card, we are able to draw 1 card from our deck. Ash Blossom can be discarded from our hand in order to negate our opponent from drawing or searching from their deck. Raigeki destroys all monsters our opponent controls. Harpy's Feather Duster lets us destroy all spell or trap cards our opponent controls. Potter Extravagance lets us banish 6 cards from our extra deck in order to draw 2 cards. And because of this, we are running the most random crapola of fusion monsters that we will never use. Dark Ruler No More lets us negate all face-up monsters our opponent currently has on the field. Plus, those monsters cannot use their effects to negate this card's activation. The downside is, we are unable to deal effect or battle damage to our opponent. This is a really good going second card because most decks nowadays end with monsters that can either destroy or negate cards that we play. Lightning Storm lets us destroy all spell or trap cards our opponent controls most of the time, since most players know to special summon their cards in defense mode if they can. Once in a while though, we'll get into a battle where our opponent special summons a bunch of cards in attack mode, and we are able to destroy them with Lightning Storm. One thing to note is that we can only activate one lightning storm per turn, so we either have to choose to destroy attack position monsters or spell and trap cards. Lastly, Called by the Grave lets us negate hand traps and graveyard effects our opponent has during our turn, but we can also use this on our opponent's turn if we end up setting it first. That's it for the card list. Let's get into some games. These duels have not been going well. Oh god, another slow player. I know most of the time it's because of their internet issues, but I can't help but think that some of them are slow playing on purpose just to get other people to concede. This hand is actually pretty playable. Harrisburn? Took him 300 seconds to set 3 and pass. First and foremost, we should probably Pot of Extravagance. Having more options is always good. Okay. Alright, well we can force them to use up their trap cards here. They're only using one. Oh, because trap tricks. Right. We should have just went Duster right off the bat. My mistake. Awaking the Dragon. Oh no. Mega Clops, are you serious? Yeah, we won't be able to destroy this with Demise since it's only affected by Xyz monsters. We're gonna need to draw like a Raigeki or something to get rid of it. Let's go ahead and activate Talismandra here. We are gonna show them Demise. This will let us grab a... what do we need here? Let's go ahead and do a Candle. Candle's effect activates. We're going to grab an End of the World. So now we can activate End of the World to tribute the Ruin that we have. Well, first select Demise to special summon, then tribute the Ruin in our hand. Because Cycle of the World doesn't let you use hand. And then I guess we can just wipe out the board. Let's go ahead and set a Called By in case they try to do anything on their turn. I mean, that's not going to do a whole lot. I'm still immune to battle. Okay, well, they set cards so we can at least blow them up, I guess. Do some chip damage. Yeah, that's our only option, really. They have another trap trick. Yeah. This is gonna get blown up anyways, so we might as well banish the other nurse. Actually, activating that trap trick is pretty bad, because they get the other trap card on their field, but they can't activate it. Plus, it's one more card that we can destroy with Demise. Another gift? Okay, sure. So yeah, now that's 600 damage instead of what should have been 4. We can end it there. They have their own pot. Nothing else? Raigeki for 1 seems like a waste. I want to save this in case they try to do anything else. I don't think Infinitrax is going to do anything, since I don't think they're playing any other Exceeds. So it's literally a deadlock until we get into something. Pot of Extravagance. Hopefully we can draw into something decent here. Okay, that's... I mean, yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and get rid of their monster. And then let's go ahead and assert our dominance by attacking them for 0 damage. Okay, we deserve that. They're playing Lightning Storm. Do they have a follow-up, though? They have Blue Eyes in this deck? Nurse Burn Blue Eyes? Are you kidding me? Oh, we need something good here. That's enough. That's enough. So we can go ahead and activate Candle here to show them our Cycle of the World. I don't think that does anything. I don't... What are they gonna grab? Okay, sure. They don't have a Blue Eyes monster, though. What do we need here? A Talismandra, I guess? Yeah. This will let us grab another Demise to our hand. And then because we have level 10 on the field, we can use Cycle of the World here. Special Summon Demise. Sack these 2 incantations. The problem is, though, those weren't ritual monsters, so it's gonna cost us 2,000 to activate this effect. And then I guess we'll just smack them for 3,000. We're still behind, but it's not terrible. They only have 1 card in their hand. Okay, that could be a problem if they can get a Blue Eyes White Dragon in the graveyard. That's not gonna do anything. Hello? Okay. Thank you. You know what? We can do a bit of BM here. Let's go ahead and activate this. We can activate Talismandra to special summon the Demise, or ritual summon the Demise. Or show them the Demise. We can grab the Pencil Plume to grab one of our rituals in the graveyard. Let's grab another Demise. No, wait, actually, Ruin. We have never ritual summoned Ruin here, so first time for everything. Let's go ahead and special summon the Ruin, tribute the Demise in our hand. Actually, it's not really BM because we'd be off by 800. So yeah, I guess we have lethal now. And that will be game. We finally won one after 6 games. God, this archetype is old. You know, one thing I do enjoy about going second decks is that the coin toss doesn't really matter. Since if we lose, our opponent will let us go second, and if we win, we choose to go second ourselves. That's because most meta decks nowadays want to go first in order to set up their field. Oh, this isn't great. Let's see what they do here. Okay, that'll let him dump a monster. Water Enchantress. So they're playing Adventure. Yeah, that'll let them get Rite of Eremyr, Rite of Eremyr to get the token. And Fateful Adventure. That'll let them grab the Griffin and the Draco back. So they're gonna have at least an Omni Negate. And then depending on what card they discard for this Griffin, we might be able to see the rest of their... Okay, that's lucky for them. Yeah, because now they can just... Whenever the Draco back gets sent to the graveyard, you can equip it to a normal monster. So they didn't really have to lose anything. That's it? Okay, so their hand were a little... We could have used that last turn. We could force out the Griffin here by using Lightning Storm or Duster. But we don't really have a follow-up. So I kind of want to keep this. It didn't look like they had anything else either anyways. So we can just end here. I mean, it looked like they bricked too, but we bricked harder. They were at least able to get out the Griffin and the token. And it looks like they still have nothing. So that's good. We still have a chance here. They're gonna set one. Okay, depending on what we draw. You know what? That's enough. We can force out the Griffin here. Hopefully. Because if they negate this, we can Lightning Storm as well. They're not? Okay. Yeah, the Draco back goes back. We can Dark Ruler no more here to stop the Griffin. We didn't destroy anything good, did we? No. So, yeah, we can just do this to stop the Griffin from activating. And then we can now Bookstone. Show them the end of the world, or cycle of the world. This'll let us grab, I guess, Talismandra, because we need a ritual monster in our hand. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Can we cap off the video with one more win? It has not been a great recording session. I knew going into this archetype that it was going to be bad, and I did the best I could to make a proper deck for it, but oh boy, is it really something. Let's see what kind of a starting hand we have here. That's not great. We can hope that our opponent bricked. Okay, they're finally starting to move. Setting a monster is always good. Couple of back row. Okay, looks like they bricked as bad as we did. That doesn't help. I guess we could Feather Duster here. At least it's a 2-for-1 trade. And then we could... You know what? I'll take it. I've been Free99. You've all been amazing. I'll catch you next time.